The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing on first down. Trent. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 39-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Trent. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and 14.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Off play action. Trent. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, watch the go.
They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Trent. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And it's complete. Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What's that? 180. Lost 49. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Great. Get that ball. Deuce.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Try to get him.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Newton. He's got his tight end fan. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
At the 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Great.
Now Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, Delta. 80 weapon. Now.
Throwing to start the drive. Trent. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Trent sets up the screen to Gordon. Room to run past midfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
gain of 16 on the play. But it's third down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check, 47. Rock it. Ready?
From the gun on third down. Trent complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go! 50, plant. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Stick.
On 1st and 10, Trent got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Gordon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Off the play fake. Trent. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Go team, spill. Hey, exit. Hey, check back. Ready?
On 1st down, Trent. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ready? 27, Mike, 27. You don't X3, 218, chop. You don't want whip. Watch the whip. Hey, foxtrot. They go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action. Trent. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go, baby. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
And now look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay. 76 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream up right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. "34 yards there and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
This is Gordon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Trent. He's got Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Gun. I'm coming after you. 31's the mark. Come on, QB, come on. 31.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Newton. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Great. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Lindsey, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
For the set. Ready to eat. To the mic. Let's get it together. Gun. Slam.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey.
I got you, boy.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready. 180. 42. Watch the out. 8. 8.
Newton on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 20. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Newton. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Out of the gun, Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw, Newton. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
2nd and 5. Now he'll escape to his left. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Haywood! Ready?
Off the play fake. Trent. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Trent, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 27, Newton. Gonna throw right side here, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Newton to throw. It's complete to Graham. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 44, Newton. This is the tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He was brought down there by Will Parks. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Hey, lock it.
Off play action. Trent. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize.
Under pressure, and he'll go down, back at the 26-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Trent. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
Well, there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing on 1st down. Trent. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shit. Come. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Trent. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now it's the backup Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Take 3. 2-18, jump. Go. Shoot. Let go. There. Let go.
Back to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. 16 yards, a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Good. Hey. Mike 34. Scoot. Come on. Hey, Zoo. Look, squeeze.
Back to throw. He's got it to Williams. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. It's complete to Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First down goal, Chargers.
One receiver left, that's Allen. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. From the gun, Trent. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Trent. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
The Charger drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This from 55 yards out. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Denver, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.